Good morning, class. May I ask you to please stand up and let's bow our head in the presence of God. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. But before you may take your seat, please pick up all the pieces of trash in your area and arrange your chairs properly. But before everything else, let's sing and dance together. I want to be your friend. Do you want to have a friends, class? Okay, this is your time to build a friendship, okay? I want to be your friend a little bit more. I want to be your friend a little bit more. I want to be your friend a little bit more. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit more. Okay, huh? Let's sing and dance this together with enthusiasm and make it more faster, okay? I want to be your friend a little bit more. I want to be your friend a little bit more. I want to be your friend a little bit more. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit more. Wow! That's so awesome, class. Please, you may take your seat. Class, do you still remember our topic or our discussion yesterday? Yes? Yes, Keisha? Exactly! Our topic yesterday was all about the fraction. And we tackled and we learned, we discovered that fraction has a two parts or has an equivalent of two numbers. The first one is numerator and denominator. Fraction is about a mathematical conception of a thing, of a whole thing. When we say numerator and denominator, it talks about the numbers. Am I right? But class, what are the differences? Yes? Yes, the param? Exactly, very good, the param. When we say numerator, this is the number that we see on the top of fraction bar. While on the other hand, the denominator is a number that we found under the fraction bar. But what else? What else? What did you observe about the differences of numerator and denominator? When we say numerator, okay, yes, Jason? Exactly, Jason. Very good. You did a great shot. When we say numerator, it is the number that talks about the parts of a thing that you have. While on the other hand, denominator, yes, Keisha, you got it right, Keisha. When we say denominator, it talks about the whole thing or the whole part that you divide. So you guys already know or already grasp the great or the right information about the differences of numerator and denominator. Now, let's begin the new topic. But before that, let's have an activity class. Do you want to have an activity? Okay. But let's take a storytelling first, okay? Do you want storytelling? Do you want to hear some inspiring and emotional story, class? Okay, let me storytell it to you, okay? Once upon a time, there's a beautiful princess named Maria. She is so beautiful and kind-hearted person, and she loves to eat fruit. And this fruit is what they call apple. When she wants to eat the apple, her brother come over in her room and tell to his sister, tell to her that ate, I also want to eat an apple. And because Maria is so generous person, she gets a knife to cut the apple. Because She loves to eat an apple and she's so generous. She gives this apple to her brother. However, and unfortunately, their parents, Ami and Papi, see them eating a apple. Not already eaten the apple, but they have the apple. And because their parents love also to eat an apple, they ask Maria to have some part of an apple. And because Maria is so generous, she decided to get back the other part of the apple from his little brother and put this other part with its part and cut it again to make what? To make the apple divided into 4 parts. This one is for their father. This one is for their mother. And this left parts are for them, for her and for her little brother. So class, what did you observe on the story? Based on the story, you discovered that Maria is so generous. Yes, she is. She is so kind and pretty and at the same time generous. But when we talk about mathematically speaking, how the apple describes the fraction. Yes, pinakita doon na yung mga apple ay pinagkakat from 2 parts into 4 parts. Masasabi ba natin na ang mga parts o pagkakat ni Maria sa mga apple na yon ay masasabi ba nating fractions? Yes, they are. And that's where we're going to topic. It's about how those parts reflects to a equal parts of a fractions. And to make our understanding more deeper, let's have this exciting and fun activity. I want you to be divided into 2 groups, class, okay? Let's start counting 1, 2 into 1 to 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? Please, may I ask group 1 to stand up and come here at my left side. And the rest, group 2, come here at my right side. I'll provide you a whiteboard. Group 1, this is your whiteboard. And group 2, this is your whiteboard. And of course, hindi pwedeng mawala yung mga marker, white marker with eraser. Okay? This is your guys white marker, and this is yours, group 2. So ano po yung gagawin natin sa activity na ito? In this activity, I will show you some figures. Alam ko namang mahilig kayong tumingin sa mga pictures at sa mga figures, at kinakailangan nyo lamang i-identify kung ano yung sa tingin ninyong equivalent na fraction or kasing katulad na fraction sa ipapakita kong figures. Like for example, na ginawa natin kanina sa apple. Ito ay para kay Maria. Diba kanina, nakakat lang yun into 2 parts. Am I right? Ito ay para kay Maria at ito ay para sa kanyang little brother. And then, we witness na yung 1/2 na apple, pwede pa pala siyang makat into another 4 parts, which is ito na yung nangyari. At ayun yung dapat yung i-identify. Kung ano yung magiging possible na fraction na pareho sila ng same value. Okay? So, if you have questions, class, please just raise your hand lang ha. Okay? And then, kinakailangan nyo mismong i-drawing yung mismong figure na yon. Okay? At i-shade. Para yung shade na yon, it indicates about what? The numerator. And the denominator, ayun yung kabuuang part ng nakat sa thing. Okay? Pag sinabi kong raise me up ha, dapat kinakailangan itaas nyo na ng mabuti yung inyong answer. Kasi kung late, mababa ang score nyo. Okay? Now, let's begin, class. Are you ready? Are you excited? Okay, let's have the first figure. We have here a pie. We have here a circle, and it composed of with 4 parts. At mayroong naka-shaded na 2 parts. Sa tingin mo, class, anong fraction ito? Yes, 2/4. Ano kaya yung mga possible fraction na kasunod nito na mayroong ka-same value niya? Okay, please rise up, stand. Okay, group 1. Group 1. Wow. Group 2. So, let's see kung ang sagot ng group 1 ay tama. Sabi ng group 1, ang 2/4 daw, 2/4 ay equivalent sa 4/8. Tama kaya ang drawing nila? Okay. Sa inyo, 3/6. Well, the best answer is, or the points goes to group 1. Yay! Because if you will think it, 4/8, if you divided it into 2, then the answer would be 2/4. Okay? Now, let's move on to the second and last figure. We have here a circle that has 3 parts. Only it has 2 shaded parts. Okay? Okay? 1, 2, 3. You raise me up. Raise me up. Okay? Yes. So, ang sagot ng group 1 ay 4/6. Dito, tingnan naman natin ang group 2. Ang sa kanila is 5/8. Why? Why does it possible, class? Okay, let's see, ha? Well, the points goes to group number 1 because if you will think this figure, if you multiply it into 2, then the answer would be 4/6. Pareho sila ng value. So, yay! Now, are you excited, class, to discover what our topic is all about? Yes! You see na inas ni teacher sa inyo kung ano yung mga fractions na other fractions na possible na ka-equal niya ng value. And that's our topic for today, class. Our topic kasi is all about the equivalent fractions. But before that, let's know our objectives or 3 main goals for this topic or for our discussion today. Our objectives, first, you, at the end of the lesson, you as a student should be able to visualize the concept of equivalent fractions and then generate equivalent fractions from the given fractions, and lastly, solve problems involving equivalent fractions. Okay, now, it's our time to shine. Like what I did sa cat, like what Maria did sa pagkat ng apple, on that case, 1/2, yung una niyang pagkat para sa kanyang little brother, para sa kanya, and ang 2/4 para sa kanila ng kapatid niya at para sa kanya, at yung nabilin ay para sa mga magulang nila. On that case of Maria's story, 1/2 and 2/4 look different, but they have the same values pala. Because 1/2 and 2/4 is what we call na equivalent fractions. Because the term equivalent means equal o pareho, o sinasabi natin kanina na mayroong same value. So equivalent fractions are fractions daw na mayroong kaparehong value or equal. If we took a look at 1/2 or 1/2 and 2/4, 1/2 becomes 2/4 kapag multiply natin ito sa fraction na may equivalent na 1, which is 2/2. Okay, class ha, para mas maintindihan. Kung makikita natin, mapapansin natin na ang 1/2, paano siya naging 2/2? Yun ay kasi itinimes natin ang 1/2 sa mga fraction o sa fraction na equal sa 1. So, pag sinabi nating 1, ibig sabihin kahit anong fraction na may parehong value ng numerator, denominator. Yung mga example ay 2/2, 3/3, 4/4, basta pareho lang sila ng number ng numerator at ng denominator. At dito sa case na to, ang 1/2 kanina sa apple ni Maria ay itinimes sa isa or sa 1, o kung i-turn natin yung 1 into fraction, 2/2. Kaya 1 times 2 is equal to 2, at dito naman sa denominator mag-times, 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Kaya naging 2/4. We can illustrate that. Katulad ng sinabi ko, 1 times 2, 2, and 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Then the answer or the equivalent fraction of 1/2 is 2/4. We can also generate more equivalent fractions for 1/2 by multiplying it by any fractions that equal to 1. Pero, how about naman kapag malaki yung fraction, class? Sabihin natin 16/20 yung fractions. Ano kaya yung mga pinakamababa niyang equivalent fractions? Malalaman natin, guys. Okay? But before that, hindi pa kayo interested na malaman kung paano i-cut ang 1 whole into smallest pieces or smaller part? Okay. Dito, aaralin natin yun kung paano yun, ha? Let's study the equivalent fraction chart. So, makikita natin dito, there's 1 whole. At kapag ang 1 whole ay dinivide mo into 2 parts, then you have a 1/2. At kapag naman i-divide natin uli ang 1/2 into 2 parts, then we have the size of 1/4. And if we divide 1/4 into 2 parts, then we have 1/8. And lastly, if we divide 1/8 into 2 parts, then we have 1/16 na size. Size, not just the size, but the parts. Okay? Sa illustration na ipinakita ko sa papel class, dito natin makikita na ang 1/2 ay equivalent niya ay 2/1/4. At ang 1/4 naman ay 4 na 1/8. At napansin din natin na ang 1/8, 8 ay equivalent niya ay 1/16. From 1 whole to 1/16. And let's take another example para mas lalo pa natin maintindihan na ang pagkuha ng equivalent fraction ay hindi lang pala sa pagta-times ng any fractions na equal sa 1, but also any fractions na pwede nating i-divide para makuha natin yung mismong equal, yung same value niya. Okay? Let's give equivalent fraction. Example, we have 16/20. Meron kang 20 na parts, your denominator, pero ang nashadean mo lang is, or you take those parts ay 16 lang. So, your numerator. Para ma-minimize natin, or para mas sabihin natin, minimize natin number ng divisions na to on the same figure, we could illustrate it as the follows. So, 16, you could, para malaman natin yung equivalent fraction na mababa ng 16/20, kinakailangan natin siya i-divide into 2. 16 divided by 2 is equal to 8. How about sa 20? If you divide it into 2, what would be the answer? 10. Kaya, ang isa pang pinakamaliit na equivalent fraction ng 16/20 ay 8/10. Pero sa tingin nyo, class, meron pa bang mas less or mas lalong parang may mababa pa sa kanya? Pwede pa bang ma-divide ang 8/10? Yes, pwede pa. As long as na nakikita mo na pwede pa, then pwede mo pa siyang i-divide into 2. 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. While the 10 divided into 2 is equivalent to 5. So 8/10 can still be an equivalent fraction of 4/5. Thus, we can say, masasabi natin na ang 4/5 and 8/10 ay equivalent fraction ng 16/20. Dahil sa pag-divide natin sa 16/20 sa mga fraction na may 1 ang equal. So, ano ba yung dinivide natin kanina? Divide 2/2. At ganun din yung ginawa natin sa 8/10. Dinivide din natin siya sa 2/2. At ganun din ayun din yung ginawa natin sa final answer, which is yung 4/5. In other words, we can also generate equivalent fractions by dividing both numerators and denominator by the same number. And if there are no numbers naman that can exactly divide both numerators and denominator, then the fraction is already in the simplest form or lowest term. Kapag yung final answer mo ng equivalent fraction ay final answer mo, or sabihin na natin na yung fraction na yon hindi na siya madidivide ng kahit anong whole number or kahit anong equal 1 fraction, ay masasabi natin na hindi na iyon equivalent fraction, kundi simplest form or pinaka lowest term. Sample na natin, 4 over 5, yung pinaka-final nating answer. Sa tingin mo, mayroon pa bang mas liliit sa 4 over 5? Diba wala na makakapag-divide sa kanya na fraction na pareho yung numerator at denominator. Another example pa sa mga fractions na simplest form or lowest form at hindi na maituturing equivalent fraction ay 3 over 4. Sa tingin mo, mayroon pa bang ibang fractions na makakapag-divide sa 3 over 4? Diba wala na? 5 over 9, meron pa ba? Diba wala na? 5 over 3, wala na. So, matituturing na natin sila or they can be considered as simplest form. Okay? Nakasabot ba, class? Okay. Do you have any questions so far regarding sa ating topic? Any clarifications? Okay. Let's have a conclusion, class. Katulad ng sinabi natin kanina, what is equivalent fraction? Okay, yes. Estika? Very good. When we say equivalent fraction, talagang naminaw si Estika, no? Ang equivalent fraction, ito yung mga fractions na may pagkapareho ng value or has the same value or eksaktong-eksakto sila. And ano nga ba yung simplest form and lowest form? Yes, na parang? Indeed, exactly. Itong simplest form or lowest lowest term lowest term, ito yung mga fractions na hindi na siya madidivide ng kahit anong number or any fractions na equal sa 1. So, let's have another activity, class. And that's what we call defend me. So, in this activity, class, kinakailangan ninyong obserbahan yung mga figures na ito. Itong dalawang figures na ito, kung pareho ba sila ng fraction or they are equivalent fractions or simplest form. Okay? Kung iba man or opposite man, yung sagot ng ka-classmate mo, sa perspectives mo, then you can defend your answers. Bakit hindi siya equivalent fractions? Okay? Do you understand me? Am I clear, class? Eyes on me? Okay. Okay, sino makakapagbigay ng opinion nila? Equivalent fractions ba to? Okay, yes, Jason? Yes, equivalent fractions. Bakit? Exactly, tama ka, Jason. Because, if you will think, 3 over 4, if you multiplied it into any fractions that equal to 1, which is 2 over 2, if you will multiply it on 2 times 2 is equal to 4, which is ito, yung naka-shade. And if you divide the denominator, 2 times 3, which is itong tatlo, is equivalent na siya sa 6. Equivalent na siya sa 6. So, masasabi natin na ang 2 over 3 and 4 over 6 ay equivalent fraction. Thank you for the observation, Jason. Totoo yung sinabi ni Jason, no? Talagang halata naman na yung sagot kasi nga, madali lang siyang obserbahan. And then, if kung gusto mong i-decrease or alamin or i-apply yung pagdi-divide, pwede ka mag-start dito sa second figure. 4 over 16. Pwede mo siyang i-divide sa any fractions na equal sa 1, which is 2 over 2. 4 divided by 2 is equivalent to 2. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. So, 4 over 6 is equivalent fraction of 2 over 3. Okay? Class. And because you really understand our topic, no? Just be ready for our short exam. Kasi tingnan natin kung talagang naminaw ba kayo kay teacher. Okay? Please pass these test papers at the back. I will only give you 5 minutes to answer. In this direction, class, shade the parts of the second figure that shows the equivalent fraction of the first figure. Then write the generated fractions on the blank. Okay? Do you understand, class? Okay. You may start to answer now. Okay, please pass the papers forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, before we end our discussion or before we end our class, let's have an assignment. Assignment na gagawin niyo sa bahay. For sure naman talaga, di ba? And in this assignment, you should give the equivalent fractions of the given fractions. So, kinakailangan ibigay ninyo yung equivalent fractions sa bawat item. So, ano bang equivalent fraction ng 3 over 9, 12 over 15, 30 over 60, 35 to 70, 80 to 100? Dapat hanggang pinakalis niya, ha? Pinakamababa niya ang equivalent fractions. Okay? Thank you, class, for listening to me to our topic, equivalent fractions, and I hope that you learned so many learnings to me. And if in case na meron kayong mga concerns about sa topic natin, or kung meron kayong hindi naiintindihan, just tell me right away. Meron ba? O wala naman. Ang galing naman, talagang namiminaw ang mga students ko. Okay, thank you, class. Goodbye, and God bless us all.